So, hi, I'm Gemma. I am 34 at the moment. This is 2016, in case you're watching this in the future. Yeah, I'm 34. I live in Liverpool. I am a mum. I describe myself on Twitter and Instagram as a fact-fighting, career-juggling mum of one, dog mum of two. And what I don't actually write and what I should do is carer for my husband. Because it's my husband, he can't really do anything for himself. I have to do it all for him. But anyway, I digress. The reason why I'm here is I've wanted to do vlogging, video blogging for a long time, and I thought I'd just dive in and give it a go. At the moment, I host a weekly news report, which requires me to wear lipstick. So because I've got lipstick on, I thought I'd do a video. That's the only reason, and I've re-straightened my hair, so yeah, I thought I'd do a video. But I wanted to show you this. The reason I'm going to talk to you today about an amazing book that I've read called The Miracle Morning. I have been doing this process for 2 weeks now, and 2 weeks and 1 day ago, I bought this picture. And I hope you can see it, because with photo booth, I'm not sure if you can tell what that says, but it says, "My brain has too many tabs open." And I saw that in a shop, and I just laughed out loud and went, I've got to have that, because that describes me and that describes my life. Just let me put this back a second. And then the very next day, I came across, somebody posted it in a Facebook group about KonMari cleaning, which I will touch on in another video, and I came across The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. It's fantastic. It's absolutely incredible, and it's so simple. We all are so guilty of saying, I don't have time. I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to learn anything new. I don't have time to meditate or look after myself, especially women. I'm a mum. My son's 5 now, and it's taken me this long to finally feel like me again. And I don't think I'll have any more children, to be honest, because it's been a really much longer process than I thought to finally feel. I don't think I'll ever feel like I did before, because I'm a mum now, my priorities have changed, but I'm finally coming through the fog of juggling so many things and functioning at a level where I'm close to what I was before I had all these responsibilities. So basically, The Miracle Morning is dead simple. It encourages you to get up earlier than you normally would. So I have been getting up. I started off by getting up at 5:30 and doing this. I'm now getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm actually having more sleep than I normally would. I'm very guilty of sitting and procrastinating on my phone at night. And because I've been doing this process, this is my office, my bedroom is down the hall that way. I have been leaving my phone here in the office at night, turning it on at 10 o'clock, turning the alarms on, at 10 o'clock and going to sleep. So I sleep between 10 and 4, which is 6 hours. Now what I was doing, and what I was really guilty of doing, was staying up till like 2, half 2 in the morning, reading Facebook crap, just scrolling through crap and bombarding my brain with extra information that I just didn't need. And I was doing it sometimes, honestly, it was like 2 after 2. I have been known to be on eBay at 2:45 in the morning buying dishwasher dividers. That's what my life got to. And then getting up at like 6 o'clock. So sometimes I was only sleeping for 3 hours. So yes, 6 hours might not seem a lot to some people, but it's working for me. Another thing I also try and do is not look at the clock before I go to bed. So I don't necessarily know what time it is. And I don't do that mental thing where I go, oh my God, I'm only going to get 5.5 hours sleep. If I don't know what time it is, officially, I don't have that moment where I'm thinking about it too much. And I also, as I go to bed, try and tell myself, this sleep is adequate for me. I'm going to have a restful, lovely sleep. And then I go through a process when I'm lying down of doing a bit of meditation led in bed, and I find that I fall asleep straight away into a really deep sleep. And I've had great quality sleep since I've been doing this. So going back to The Miracle Morning, as I said, I get up quite early, and there are 6 things that Hal Elrod encourages you to do, and he uses the acronym SAVERS, so SAVERS, SAVERS, so you can follow this process. And the first S stands for silence. So for the first 10 minutes of my miracle morning, I sit in silence and I meditate. The next thing is A for affirmations, because if you don't tell yourself something and you don't believe in yourself, then who else is going to do? So the next thing I do is my affirmations. I've actually got some fantastic cards that I've had for a while by Louise L. Hay. So I have I Can Do It cards, wisdom cards. I've actually got more than I thought. Power Thought cards, and oh, they're Power Thought cards as well. Yeah, they're 365 daily affirmations, and then they're power cards too. I don't actually have a lot left of these. These were the first ones I bought, and I went through a process of giving these out to people. So I'd meet people and I'd just get them to draw one at random, and I'd say, you keep that, because you can find meaning, I find, in any of them. Any of these cards will relate to some aspect in some area of your life. So I would meet people in meetings or networking events, and I'd just give them one, and I'd say, you take that. And what's really nice is when you follow up with people maybe a couple of years later. I've done it recently. I've gone to a lady's office and she has that card sat on her computer, and she says it's really powerful for her. So yeah, I love that. So yeah, going back to affirmations, I'll just draw one of these at random as an example. Here we go, where I like to try and do. My colleagues laugh at me because I've got these at work as well. And I shuffle them and I close my eyes and I wait for the moment where it feels right, and I'll just grab one. Ah, perfect. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love life. So, unless there's one on the back is quite good as well. They're all different. I give a portion of my time to helping others. It is good for my own health. So here you go. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm giving a portion of my time to help you. To give you an example of how I've helped myself and how I feel so much better for doing this process. So with those affirmations, I will read them back out loud to myself. I'll write them down as well. And yeah, I take about 5 minutes to kind of really think about that and do that. So on the savers, that was A, affirmation. The next thing is V, that's for visualization. If you've ever read The Secret or you've ever heard of the law of attraction, the 3 buzzwords there are ask, believe, receive. If you ask for something, you believe it's going to happen and you visualize it happening, then you're more likely to receive it. So a visualization can be anything. I've been doing one to do with my health and my wellness and my fitness. So I have been visualizing me stood in the mirror in a pair of jeans. In fact, I'm going to get them. That I bought. I bought these in the sale. They're called Freddie jeans. They're not actually jeans, they're like soft fabric, but they're called Freddie jeans, and they're going to look crap when I do this. So look, there's still got the labels on, and they are quite low. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the back. That's where your bum goes, and they're very bottom hugging. I am blessed with a shelf arse, as my mother would say, and I've been told that these will look amazing on my bum. Well, they would have done had I not have put a 10.5 on. So I am imagining myself in those trousers, in the mirror, at my ideal, I don't want to say weight because I don't go off weight, in my ideal shape that I've worked hard for, and I visualise myself in those jeans, looking at myself in the mirror and cutting off those labels and going out and wearing them. So that's an example of one of the visualisations that I do. The next thing is E for exercise. By the way, you don't have to do these in order if you don't want to. Some days I'm quite limited on time, so I will literally get up, grab a glass of water, get my trainers on and get out. So I do my E, my exercise first. So yeah, Hal Elrod encourages you, if you're not a big gym goer or you're not into your like running or you're walking, just to jump on the spot, do some jumping jacks, get the blood pumping, get it to your brain, wake yourself up, get yourself energised and ready for the day. But for me personally, going to the gym and spending that time in the gym in the morning is just fantastic. I've got an amazing gym around the corner from me that's 24 hours. And there's a really, really big studio there. And at that time in the morning, I go at like 4:30. That time in the morning, there is nobody in. So not only do I do my workout and my circuit, but I have a bit of a sing as well. I love singing. So I'm in the studio on my own and I have a bit of a sing as well. So that fills me with like the best feeling for the start of my day. Singing is optional. I realise I'm a bit bonkers, so don't take my word for it. The next thing on savers is R, and that is for reading. So the savers process, the miracle morning process, is about you. It's about your own personal development. So the R for reading doesn't necessarily mean physically reading something. It can mean you watching a video on YouTube, maybe a TED Talk, or something like what I'm doing now, something that's going to help you and inspire you on your own personal development. Sorry, I've had something pop up on the screen. Let me get rid of that. Or you can read something, you can read a book, maybe you're reading The Miracle Morning as you're doing this. Or you could listen to a podcast. I listen to quite a number of podcasts. Hal Elrod, who wrote the book, I listen to his. They're really good. I take my dogs out for a walk a lot, so I'll combine the E for the exercise, or if I'm at the gym, and I'll listen to Hal's podcast, so I'm learning or reading as I'm going along. And it helps me, it helps my self-development. And then the last thing on Savers is S for scribe, is to write. As I've said, I write down my affirmations. I also write down my visualisation so I can revert back to it. But one thing that I do every morning, and it's just so easy and it's so simple, write it down so you can see it. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for in my life. And they can be the most ridiculous, mundane things to the most amazing, heartfelt things. You know, it can be anything from, I'm so grateful for my glasses. They help me to see the world. They look pretty cool, I think, anyway. To, I'm grateful for my husband's work ethic because he goes out and works hard and provides for the family. To, let me give you another example. What did I say this morning? I'm grateful for my toothbrush. That was it. Couldn't find my toothbrush. I was stressing out. And when I finally found it, I was like, yes, my toothbrush. I can brush my teeth. Going to work without brushing your teeth is a horrific thought. So I actually wrote in my diary this morning that I was grateful for my toothbrush. So yeah, there you go. Three different things that you're grateful for. I would say try and make them more heartfelt. They do make you feel better. And you can use them, I think, to turn negatives into a positive. So if you have a long commute, for example, which you hate, be grateful for your car or your mode of transport. I am grateful for my vehicle that is going to safely take me to this meeting or this visit that I've got to do, or my workplace. Yeah, just trying to twist a negative into a positive. So that's my miracle morning, in short. I've waffled on for far too long. What I can tell you is that in getting up those extra couple of hours, well, for me it's actually 2.5 hours, has given me so much more. I'm on top of my housework, which then doesn't stress me out, because before I leave for the gym I put a wash in. By the time I get back it's done, stick it on the radiator because I've got time to do it. My body's changing. I'm making more conscious decisions in regards to my health. I'm tracking like the water that I'm drinking, and I'm not eating as much crap. I just feel more balanced, more happy, and more in control, and that I think is what any of us want. So here's my nearly 13-minute rambling on why I think the Miracle Morning is fantastic and why I believe that you should give it a go. So thank you for watching. I might do another one of these.